Oh, I still have my face cover. Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the Zodiac campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements to make. And all of those announcements are going to appear on the screen in a moment. Boom! There it goes. Got to double tap it. Yes, if you want to join our community and hang out with some of the players in our games, please consider joining our Patreon. We have a lot of meme lords, though the memes have been drying up recently, and I am very disappointed in you all because of that. However, we have many adorable pets in the community, and that is not drying up because, I mean, who doesn't want to just keep looking at this news? Anyways, on top of that, if you join our community, we are starting to release some of the rollable tables that I have. Anybody who watches our games may notice I sometimes go, hey, why don't you roll me a D100? Most of the time, I actually have a table that I'm referencing to see if something will happen, if you get a specific result, or if you find specific items and armaments. So it's definitely something you might want to join in on. All of these have been customly made by me and balanced for my style of gaming, which is the player should have fun, but not too much, because then it becomes easy, and then it's less fun later, because, you know, D&D. Additionally, we do have open slots people are more than welcome to join in on. However, if you want to support us by other means, please consider following us at Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Facebook. We'd be more than happy to have people join in on some of the fun there. And I am happy to announce we finally picked an artist for our comic series based off of specific NPCs / player characters for me that I have constructed over the years. I am super excited about this. I'm waiting for them to confirm everything with me, but they were more than enthusiastic a couple of days ago when I last spoke to them, so it should be going well. Outside of that, Iblis, tell us what happened last session.
So last session, it started with me looking down into the earth and seeing some sort of creature in the ground and everyone yelling at Gabby to stop an earthquake. I didn't really know what it was, but there was now a giant hole in the gate, so we had a way into the city. So I went forward. As I went forward, I saw Reagan up ahead, and she was looking at, I guess, the person we were supposed to find, this Dravdar guy, and this other guy that looked a lot like, why am I blanking on his name? Mask guy. I'll come back to his name later. But
Markov.
Reagan has Markov, and Reagan has some history with him, and I saw her going to try to stab him or something. She had her hand on her blade. I used a suggestion spell, but like everyone else in the party, nobody listened to it. So she went forward. Someone else probably changed her mind, but she stopped beforehand. We all got behind a wall and caught up with the rest of the group. We decided to climb this wall, and I was told by my old friend Imperial to kill all the people up there. I got up there, and instead of there being 3 people, there was 6. That's 3 too many for me to kill in one try. So I said, hey guys, somebody else should come up here with me. And as Reagan was about to help me, Imperial came up as well and gave everyone a headache. And they all died. I got a bad headache. We went into the building. I killed a man that was peeing who was talking about some guy named Gary. It was really weird. Then Imperial went and took his clothes and I think became Gary in a sense. Talked to some people, and then we were in the city at that point and decided to look around. Instead of going after Dravdar, we immediately tried to go to a casino. We found a casino, went downstairs into the casino area, and guess what? It wasn't a casino. It was a trap. Who would have guessed? And when we got down there, we were all in cages, and I tried to pick the lock and immediately got tased and was out for the count. Some stuff happened. I remember waking up and switching places with a dead body, and we had to chase Markov version 1. And when we chased Markov version 1, he went into a tunnel system that changed, that was alive, but we didn't know it was alive at the time until I caught in my peripherals that there was a very shy being in the corner. We told the shy being we'd close our eyes and not look at it if it would talk to us. And it agreed. And I gave it a very normal crossbow and it let me out. We're now in the Underdark. Me, Gabby, and Lucian. Imperial and Reagan went the other way. Hopefully they're still not in that cave. And when we were in the Underdark, we found that there was a vampire infestation. And I hate vampires. And that's where we left off.
Iblis, you hate vampires. I feel like you just hate most things.
Yeah, she hates most things.
Yeah.
Vampires are parasites.
Anyways, we will begin with the happy trio surrounded by vampires, compared to the my trauma is bigger than your trauma duo up on the surface. So, Iblis, Gabby, and Lucian, you were all escorted into the very large, open tavern, deep beneath the ground, still roughly the same general area as the city is in. And as you get in there, you start noticing that these creatures are looking at you all very, very strangely. They're evaluating you, judging you, and, well, more or less trying to divine any aspect about you that they might be able to take advantage of. Iblis, you are used to being stared at in this way since, well, you come from hell. Gabby, they're staring at you like you stare at some assholes. But the three of you walk inside. Ogan, thank you for the gifted sub. Really appreciate that.
So this is just a regular tavern, I guess?
No. It is a tavern full of vampires. That is not regular.
Yeah, Gabby, turn up the sunlight by like 5 degrees.
I'm not incinerating these people.
It won't incinerate them. It'll just make them not walk up to us.
One of them starts walking up to you.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
I'll wave at them. Hi, how are you?
Hello. This 6'7" pale-skinned man with a captain's trench coat thrown over top of him for some type of sailor or maybe pirate. Very ruffly, covered in gothic vines, kind of like flat floral pattern. If you understand what I'm talking about, it kind of looks like a vine twirling and twisting in every kind of direction. Walks towards you and holds his hand out towards you, Gabby.
I'll shake it.
The name's Gavin. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine. I'm Gabby.
He raises your hand and kisses the back of it. Now, I have to ask. You all look...
Beautiful? I know.
Excuse.
Oh.
That's another word for it. And out of place. May I ask what you're all doing here?
Well, we were looking for somebody. We chased him this way and ended up in the town.
Really?
I believe we took a wrong turn. There was some sort of enchanted hallway, and it kind of spit us out over here.
You mean the deep labyrinth?
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Sure.
Yeah, the one with the shy thing.
Shy, that's not a word I'm used to hearing when describing her.
It's a her.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I presume, but maybe that's rude of me. Regardless, may I buy you three a drink?
Is it blood?
Only if that's your preference.
It is not. If you have alcohol, that would be fantastic.
We have alcohol.
Then I will accept.
He begins walking through the tavern, and you watch about 5 or 6 people leave a table, running to different tables as he sits down. And, well, before he sits down, he pulls the chair out for each one of you three.
I'll have a seat.
How are we situated? Are we like in the middle of the room, or are we near like the wall?
But he just kind of created a 10-foot barrier between you and everyone else because they seem to just run away.
Okay.
You seem like a old-fashioned type of woman.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks over at Lucian. Manhattan?
That's all right.
Looks over at Iblis.
Apple tea.
I was just about to guess martini. Close. He looks over at the barkeep and go, "Did you get all that?" Without raising his voice, and the barkeep just nods. I'll take a red. Thank you. So, you happen to stumble your way down here, and I'm not going to lie, I've heard whispers from outside. You apparently are following Mr. M.
If by M you mean Markov, then yes.
When you say the name, you hear hissing throughout the room from numerous other people, and they start, like, some back away, some of them get into, like, a fighting position, and he just keeps smiling. We don't like saying his name down here.
He sounds like a popular guy.
Yeah.
Is that sarcasm?
He sounds very fun at parties.
That is clearly
We've had
sarcasm.
a few run-ins with him, and yeah, we
He sucks.
don't care for him either.
And not in the good way. He smiles with his fangs.
Ah. That's funny.
We actually killed him in hell. I'm not sure how he came back, but it must be one of those things where he must not be native to hell.
Well, the thing is, his type are a bit more resilient to being killed. They're harder to achieve that goal against.
What type
His
is that?
type?
Yeah.
My type. Not exactly.
Yeah.
We're different breeds, but same make.
Yeah. That's annoying.
It is. And it's very difficult to permanently kill him, and well, he has quite a little bit of influence and power in all of the right places.
Hmm.
You know the saying, the older you are, the more dangerous you are? It applies doubly for my kind.
Yeah.
And how
I'm
old
sure
are
you
you?
understand. He smiles at Lucian.
I have some idea.
I am just shy of 300 years dead. I was once alive.
Not bad. I'm 24. Alive.
Still so much life to live.
Yeah.
But
Though I
anyway,
did die once.
seems
Actually-
it didn't take as well to you as it does me.
I think I'm dead right now. I think we all are.
Not
Sort
that I
of.
can tell. So, the drinks are brought out for you. Lucian, a Manhattan is brought over to you and placed down. And
Okay.
as the bartender walks away, you see he kind of like slips a small piece of paper. Wait, you're not the one who sees it. Actually, yeah, you do see it. As well as Iblis. He's slipped a fine piece of paper. Thank you.
Gavin is slipped? Or
The barkeep slips a piece of paper to Gavin.
yeah, okay.
No. He's probably pissed you off if you've come all the way here to such a dangerous place to try to kill him.
Yeah, he and his associates.
He has quite a few. So what do you plan on doing about it?
Well, for now, we need to meet back up with our companions. They took a different fork in the tunnels, and we're not really sure where they are.
They may be stuck down there.
It's very possible.
Maybe they're not as elusive as the three of you. Or sweet talking, maybe.
I mean,
Well,
just wait here. Lucian, you could message them or something. Just tell them not to look at it and say, come out shy, whatever, and offer them an object.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. I could pass that along. I'm a little short on spells. Not totally, but I don't really want to use what I have for that if we can figure something else out.
You are mage.
Yes. I thought the robes and staff gave it away.
I'm not a individual who likes to presume anybody. Robes are just easy ways to hide yourself. That's fine. But anyways, do you plan on killing Markov?
Well, I know
That's in our way.
certain members of our traveling party definitely want to kill him. We're mostly here to gain something that was taken from us by his associate, but
Are you talking about the mayor up top?
Is he
I
the
believe
mayor?
so. You know, tall guy, shrivelly, real old.
What's that thing? We were walking with someone down here, and earlier he mentioned magic hasn't been here for a very long time. What does that mean?
Those of us that are too young are ravenous in nature. Before we live maybe 20 years dead, we just seek hunger and destroy things. Those of us a little older than that find the nuance in the quality of blood that we consume. And that nuance is spiked based off of somebody's interactions with magic. However, we are far more susceptible to magic than we are other means of removal. Which means quite a few of us are afraid and violent towards it. More or less, the more magically inclined you are, the more delicious you are as well. And of course, those of us as old as myself no longer feel the absent need to devour. We can stave it off well enough.
Well, that's good.
If you're speaking, Adam, you're muted.
You all seem pretty polite down here. Even the first guy we ran into was nice enough to show us around until we mentioned
What did he look
Mr.
like?
M's name. I don't really recall.
A cloud of bats.
Yeah, he turned into mist or cloud bat. And
So at least
flew
he's
away.
not a young then. However, that's not to say that he wasn't just looking to eat you. You all
I'm
do look
not
very
too worried about that.
appetizing. Good. Good.
Got this nice walking ball of sunshine.
That should stave off quite a few of our weaker members.
But you all seem pretty. I don't know what the word is, but you all seem like you're in a society and there's laws to be upheld in some form or fashion.
There are, yes.
So
Are you saying you're
Is that-
interested in politics?
I'm interested in the fact that we were able to walk in here and not get attacked immediately.
Because if somebody reveals that we're down here, they have to deal with one of the four.
And who are the four? Is Mr. M one of them? Or his
He is.
associate?
Mr. M is.
Okay. Who are
And
the other three?
Are the other three eldest of us all. We only get more powerful with age.
Right.
And if you go against them, well, immortality is a beautiful thing to have, and a terrifying thing to lose.
You said you were about 300 years dead.
Yes.
How old are the eldest about?
I am unsure how old Mr. M is, but the youngest on the council is 1200.
It's a long time.
They've been here running this place since before I was even a thought in my blood father's mind.
Are the eldest the first of their line?
Yes.
All four of them?
Yes.
That is interesting.
If we do succeed in killing Mr. M, is that going to cause an issue for others that he turned?
No. I wouldn't say an issue. I mean, those loyal to him, those few, would be very upset.
I imagine so, but I just wouldn't want to cause a lot of collateral damage to a lot of other people who don't necessarily
His make and breed are a bit less developed than some of us, mentally at least. Physically, they are unparalleled.
I get the sense that a lot of people down here do not like Mr. M.
No,
As everybody
don't.
kind of hissed when I said his name. So, who is it you all pledge your allegiance to?
he looks around the tavern. In all honesty, that's not something we discuss in public. We like to keep our political views private, as to not allow anybody to wage war against the wrong group. Power struggles and all.
Fair
However,
enough.
if one of you are capable of connecting minds, he just looks between the three of you. Nobody has a message.
I'll message. I was gonna say I'll message him. I can.
Okay. Do. I actually have to get that file up because I wasn't thinking you would ask these questions. 'Cause
Iblis,
I am
we could connect minds, and I try to put my head on her head.
There's a dagger to your throat.
What would an anger saving throw be?
Wisdom.
I think it's working. I can tell you're getting annoyed.
Okay, let's see how wisdom goes.
See that nat 1.
Damn. Nat 7.
17's pretty good.
Okay. I don't think that's how this works. I'm going to cast non-detection on myself, saying as it's probably almost expired.
Sure. Actually, you still have a couple more hours.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
While you guys are doing this, maybe just, I think I should.
Wait. Oh, yeah, keep doing what you're doing.
I was gonna get a room here at this inn, probably rest.
Nonsense. You're all welcome to stay at my estate.
Oh, that's very kind.
That sounds
of you.
amazing. Thank
But-
you.
You're very
What? No,
welcome.
what? This is a vampire, Gabby. They eat people. He's
I
drinking
am
blood.
made of sunlight.
He is drinking blood. He literally just told us sunlight doesn't affect stronger ones as much.
He replies to you in your mind, Lucian. Lady Marcella.
And she's one of the 4?
Yes, she is.
Is she an enemy of Mr. M?
I would not presume to know her allyship. All I know is she seeks the preservation of our kind. And I appreciate that. And she's not afraid to get her hands dirty, unlike some of the others.
Slight question here. Is this
Yeah.
all assuming that this is messaged across each other?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
just
good.
messaging.
Yeah.
Because like immediately after, and what's she like? And everyone just like, oh, the female
her.
one.
Oh, hey, no. It's 2 and 2.
I'm sorry.
Even so,
That would narrow it down.
Yeah.
You just look at the one person who goes, oh no, that bitch? Just, then bar fight.
Oh god, that must be a swarm of bats. Like a bar fight in this place.
It's just a blackout and everyone's like, wait, who am I? Wait. Jerry, get over here. Jerry?
No darkness spell, just that many bats.
So I will switch to just speaking again. So how difficult would it be to get from this place we are now to the city above? Do we have to go through the shifting corridors?
No. There's an easier way to the surface than that, but it might be a tight fit for some of you. Bats.
Really? Mm-hmm.
However, there's also means that your type usually have access to. I can get you within a specific range of the surface, if that is what you wish. However, let us retire from this conversation and go somewhere a bit more private for the rest of it. Do you all require a drink before we go? I apologize, but my estate has nothing but wine and blood right now.
Wine works.
I'm going to be the first one to say it. I don't trust this guy. Why are we going with him to his house?
He hasn't done anything.
I don't know.
Yet.
We
People
need
don't-
some sort of allies, and I don't necessarily feel good about this either. But we're kind of
Not
where
to
we
mention, your friend, the beautiful one, could destroy me with a flick of her wrist.
Can I insight that?
Go for it.
Yeah, can we? Yeah.
Go for it.
insert that too.
Test it. Imperial, you're not here. He's like, do it.
25.
Gabby, you're not sure if he's being flirtatious or honest. He might be hyping you up a little bit to make you feel more confident. You're not really that sure. Iblis, he is being incredibly flirtatious and overly confident, but that was an authentic assessment that he has of Gabby's prowess. He fully believes that she could destroy him within a minute, a second. And it doesn't seem to bother him.
Well. Okay, yeah, never mind. I feel safe. Let's go.
Very well. Before we leave, though, he looks back at you, Lucian, and goes, "Connect, please."
All right. What is it you want to say?
Third seat from the window, right-hand side. It's one of Mr. M's agents. He's been listening to us.
Don't look.
Okay.
Would you like me to apprehend him, or do you and your companions wish?
I'll communicate that with the other two, Gabby and Iblis.
Oh, I can handle this. Like, I handled that one lady in that town. Remember, she was sitting on a bench at South Tide Outpost, I think. She's sitting on a bench and she had her book upside down and her lipstick wasn't matching. Yeah, I can handle her.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless you guys just want to have him kill him.
Should we see if he follows us out of here so that we're not just ganking a person in the tavern?
Oh,
Keep
I won't
in mind,
attack
the
him.
conversation is one person at a time to Lucian. It's not an open intercom call.
You're doing a lot of relaying, Lucian.
It's a lot of finger guns. You're just doing the Spider-Man meme. Just you.
Now just remembering the end credit scene from Into the Spider-Verse.
Still need to see that. But yeah, you all are communicating back and forth. What do you wish to do about it?
Can I get like a look at him?
Roll a
Without
stealth
like
check.
making it very obvious that I'm looking at him.
Roll a stealth check.
Turn my head to look at the bar. Where's natural one? Natural one.
By the way, everybody, just click twice if it starts lagging. Roll20's been doing that all day. Now roll a perception check.
Perception.
Also, there's a high-pitched sound coming from somebody's end. And it's ended. Now it's back. So it's Iblis. I think we're listening to the fan of your computer.
Yeah, I can't fix that.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. 21.
We demand to fix it.
You see an individual who's like partially shrouded over towards the back. They're keeping their hood up and they're trying to position themselves at a seat so that the bodies of the people who have pushed away from you are covering them very well. But you can tell that like their positioning of the head is to better hear you and your companions as you're seated there. This individual is definitely evaluating you all and seems to be doing some form of reconnaissance.
Oh, I was just asking what he looked like. Or she.
It's hard to see. They're shrouded, seated.
I will message both of them in turn and say, I think we can take him.
Who? You or I?
What do you guys think? We need an answer. Do we want him to do it, or do we want to do it?
While you're all deciding on this, one more round before we go, please, Bobkey. Really appreciate it.
I was just gonna be mean to him, but you guys really want to kill this guy. Just send Fangs over here.
Let's let him take care of it.
Sounds good. I'll let him know.
What do you say?
If you wouldn't mind discreetly dealing with him, that would be nice.
Discretion is not my skill set, but I'll deal with him just fine. I'll wait for you all outside, he says out loud. Don't mind me. And he walks through the crowd, and they all disperse a little bit of berth around him as he gets to the front door, opens it up, and closes it, leaving the three of you alone in this tavern, where you see all of these vampires are just staring at you all.
All right. I think maybe we should go.
Wait, what about our another round?
How long do you think you need to drink it?
Are we still waiting on it?
I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah, they're bringing it out to you.
I'm not drinking anything in here.
So they bring it out for you, and as the glasses are being placed down, the last one in front of you, Lucian, The wall to the outside of the tavern gets destroyed as two arms reach through it, grabbing onto the guy's throat and chest, and within a moment, snap, which resounds through the entire chamber, and the body goes still in his hands. He brings his hands back, walks through the front door, and goes, that should do it. He won't be out very long. Comes with the territory. Points to his fangs.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just staring at him wide-eyed like, what the fuck, dude? What? You all can continue minding your own business. Thank you.
Well, speaking of things not minding their own business, you got a letter earlier.
I wish to speak with you all in private.
That's always a good sign, right?
He picks up the unconscious body of the agent and throws it over his shoulder. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
I down my drink and follow.
Gabby, do you finish your beverage as well?
Oh, no, I'm pouring mine out in the plant.
You mean Iblis?
Iblis, thank you. God damn it.
I didn't touch
It's
either
not
of my
even
drinks.
glaciers anymore.
I know. But anyways, yeah. The four of you walk through the underground city streets of the surrounding area, stepping through easily, watching as quite a few people are giving you a fairly large berth, and before you walk into a more open road type of area, he does look around and go, do any of you have means of hiding this body? It is a bit conspicuous.
I can cast non-detection on it.
I can throw it in an alley.
I think we want to keep it, correct?
Oh.
Question
And
I
Lucian.
could polymorph him into a mouse.
That's far easier to
something.
control. Yes. And he just holds the body out to you with one hand. Please.
And there we go.
It's a charisma saving throw for polymorph, correct?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Oh, that's a lot different. However, that is still not a plus 10, so yeah. The body turns into a tiny mouse as Gavin just looks at his outfit and goes, I knew I should have worn pants with pockets in them for once. And just keeps walking. As you walk through town, you tell there are a handful of people that treat him with the same level of fear as many of the others, and there's even more people who seem to just acknowledge him as he walks past. A simple nod of the head, a gesture with their hand, or even a curt smile or a threatening glance. All of them seem to be the exact same type of greeting for these people. And as you are moving through, he brings you over to a fairly large-looking estate. The gates are adorned in bats and in wolves and other predatorial creatures connected to them. As it opens up, and he walks up the very smooth stone stairs into the estate, opening the door and goes, I believe you all don't require the formality of invitation, correct? And just walks in.
No, but it'd be rude to just enter.
Please
Yeah.
enter. Allowing you each to move in. Where immediately you're hit with the resounding weebs and wubs of loud techno music. Reagan and Imperial. Back up top. So, what are the two of you doing again right now?
I believe she's stuck in the attic.
Yeah, Reagan's in the attic. Tried not to touch anything.
Trying to keep a ear out on downstairs, and Imperial is an old man sitting in the corner. Let's do ecstasy. No, drugs are bad, kids. Drugs are bad.
Okay.
But yes. As you are downstairs acting as this individual, Imperial. The front door opens up, and you notice a familiar person walking in. Markov. He walks up to the barkeep and begins whispering to him.
Can I listen in?
Roll a perception check.
30-20.
You pick up only a couple of phrases from the conversation. I'll give you first Markov's words, and then I'll shift the voice slightly so you know it's the other person. Because honestly, Markov's accent right now is going to kill my voice.
All right.
We are not to let the mayor know that they are here. No. I will handle this myself. He is not needed, and it's important that he remembers that. No. They're not a threat to me. I just enjoy the hunt. It's been a while since I've tasted ancient blood.
All right.
Not done.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm running behind. I'm writing this all down.
Okay, I'll take a pause.
He is not needed. Something about him knowing that. Not a threat. Debatable.
Debatable. I think I could. Do you think you can 1v1 him, Imperial?
I can't 1v1 him, but I am fairly certain we're a threat to him.
Do you think you could 2v1 him?
Depends who I have there.
Reagan.
I think Reagan's good enough at dodging. Fireball.
Out of character, do you have evasion?
I do. I do.
And thirsty bitch want my blood.
Thirsty bitch want my blood. And then the other barkeep.
All right, I'll mute myself so no click clack.
Thank you. I still think it's unwise not to tell him. He's been gracious enough to let us operate here. Our discretion. No. I don't think it'll be wise at all. And remember who made you. You listen to me. Of course. Sorry for the lapse in judgment. By the way, there's a new person here. And at that point, Markov looks back over at you. And begins walking over towards the table. Masked, adorned, and all. Sits on the chair, crossing his arms. Just stares at you. Good day. Are you new to town?
Of course I am.
Where is it that you come from, old timer? Allow me to buy you a drink. He waves his hand. You try Gary again, you're rolling at disadvantage. There's not that many damn Garys in this world.
Well, there's at least one more.
Can I hear this conversation?
With your perception, no. With your passive?
Yeah, I was actually going to be actively listening.
Okay, then go ahead and roll one.
Wait.
Dirty 20.
You can hear somebody is asking Imperial questions, but you can't really pick up that much from it.
Oh, I forgot who we're dealing with and who's up there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Well, I'm from a bit east of here.
Which village?
It's not a village, it's more just a couple of houses.
Oh.
We don't have a name. It's just a collection of a few young people and a few old people.
Are you talking about the O'Reilly estate?
I'm gonna inside him.
Go for it.
Oh, if there ever was a day, I'm not sure if he has the fucking thing.
He's trying to make you make a mistake. To see if you are faking or lying.
Alright, I'm going... I say, no.
Do you know them?
Barely. You know.
The ale is brought out for you and placed down in front of you. Well, old-timer, allow me to pass a warning on to you. We're in the midst of some pretty trying times. And for your own safety, I would recommend that you find a different location to call home. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. With all the new people in town.
Imperial is going to lean back, look a bit surprised, and like look slightly, spooked. I'll think. I'll do that.
Roll a deception check. Because we know you're not going to be careful.
Yeah, no, definitely not me. I'm gonna roll with advantage.
Alright, use your once per session advantage.
There's a fucking thing. Alright, didn't need it. 21.
I mean, statistically, good to use it. 21.
Yes.
Alright, fine. He'll have to insight you then. Beat his passive. Good. Whatever other drinks you get here are on me. He touches your shoulder and just pats it a little bit before leaving.
I'm going to insight that.
Sure.
Is he trying to get another fucking piece of me like Markov 2.0 did?
You're not sure if that touch had sinister advances attached to it.
Oh, that's the thing about my, yeah.
But he walks out.
Bitch.
Reagan, you kind of like listen to this conversation happening. Not really sure exactly what's going on. However, are you going to heed the warning, Imperial?
I'm going to get up, like, grab the drink, put it back down. Don't trust anything in here now. Fucking bartender's a vampire. I did not say that out loud. I was just saying to myself. And I'm going to, like, cough a bit while at the door, and I'm gonna walk.
Okay. Reagan, you hear the door open up, coughing, and then footsteps out of it.
And it would be, would I know that that's Imperial trying to get...
You would know it's the old man that Imperial is acting to be. A dirty 20's good. If Imperial is trying to be noticed, he's noticed.
Okay. Then she'll slip out of the side of the window and go down to where they last parted ways.
Can I make a perception check to see if he's still here?
Go for it.
Or at least somebody's watching. 24.
You are being watched by one of the patrons in the tavern. Even as you leave and you get about a block away, they're trying to follow you.
I'm going to do a bit of like a hastened footsteps. And if I can break line of sight, I'm going to quickly cast a message to Reagan.
Okay. Hoping that she's within range.
Yeah, she's faster than I am. And I'm going to message, there's a guy following me. I'm pretty sure the bartender was a vampire.
How would you know that?
Sorry, yeah, I was using a bit of like...
Out of
Well,
character, sure.
out
In
of character,
you have no idea what these things are.
Yeah, and here's the thing, he was tasting I was like, tasting blood? What the fuck? There's a lot of things to taste blood, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a dragon.
Alright, amending my message. Somebody's following me. Somebody that is most likely bad. Trust me on this one. Actually, definitely bad. Your nemesis just showed up and gave me a warning to get out of town.
So she'll probably get that as she's trying to climb down, and then she'll climb back up on the rooftop and just follow Imperial on the rooftop, kind of following the person following him.
Okay. Roll a stealth check. Make like a tree and get out of here. I hate you.
Jeez.
16. Oof.
Yeah, it's rough.
As you fumble your way up the side of a building very quickly, leaving very little except some weakened shingles that get knocked off from your footsteps to crash below, you begin tracking and following. In your following, roll me a perception check, Reagan.
Okay.
You do notice Imperial still in the old man form, and somebody seems to be following after him. A fairly burly looking man, maybe about 6'2" in total, human, bald head, fairly large body and build and physique. In fact, he looks like he does take leg days very seriously, as well as his upper body, so he's definitely not a Chad. And he seems to be slipping into the corners and nooks and crannies and just keeping an eye out and following. Periodically, when you knock off a shingle, he seems to look in that general direction and not exactly see you, but he seems alert.
I'm just going to keep following, and if there's a chance to take him out, I probably will.
Roll a survival check.
Okay, I'm going to use my advantage on this one. 14.
Okay. You wait until he's in an alleyway that Imperial is headed down. One that's a little longer and until he's about halfway through it. And you're going to attack him?
Yeah, I'll get right behind him on the rooftop, drop down, and...
The moment you begin dropping, I need initiative.
Okay.
You two. He's not that big, don't worry.
Okay, we're killing the blacksmith. Not since the days of Fafnir has this happened.
Okay. That will be a 19. Imperial.
Like a Mo from the tavern.
Imperial.
Say.
As you are moving down this long alleyway and you're about to walk out of it, you listen and you hear, with your very impressive perception, a couple of tiles from up on top of the roofs start falling over, and Reagan seems to be jumping down towards this individual who is turning to respond directly towards her. He seems to be striking his arm up towards her as she is falling. What would you like to do?
All right. I'm going to. That's a strength save. That will not happen. I'm trying to look for the least flashy.
This song sucks for combat.
That's a song?
There's always music. Sorry, let me move these 4 out of here.
Righto. I will, in that case, cast... I'll cast Suggestion on Mr. Mo.
Okay.
To lie down, relax.
Suggestion? Thank you.
So, wisdom, I believe.
You cast the spell on him, and you notice the mental prowess of this individual seems to be, well, incredibly well fortified from spells such as this.
Right. If that's the case, I'm going to take out. I'm just going to take out my staff power.
Okay.
When I say take out, I'm just wielding it.
Yes. Mo. Reagan, you've begun your descent and fall towards this individual, and as he feels the magic, he looks back over at the old man and then up at you and gives a smile as he shoots up, jumping, and attempts to grab at your throat. I would like an athletics check from you.
I would like to...
Cutting words is an attack.
Damn, this is not an attack.
Listen.
Could I use
On an ability check.
Or you can cutting words an ability check? Really? This may be the one time that happens. Wow. Holy shit, go for it. Roll your D8?
It's a D10 at this point.
Hell yeah. Reagan, it's athletics on this one. You're trying to not let his arm grip your throat.
Okay.
And where are they?
Oh, jeez.
Look.
Imperial, don't bother rolling. It's impossible.
Reagan.
Yeah. As you are falling down with your fist towards his head, he just jumps up, meets you halfway, and grabs onto your throat, bringing you down to the ground with him as he falls. He then opens his mouth wide, and you see these sharpened fangs shoot out as he twists your neck sideways and is going to start nibbling. You are grappled, so he has advantage. 19? I don't think that hits you.
No, I'm at 21 right now.
No. So as his teeth go sinking down towards your neck, you manage to like grab your arm and just push on his elbow enough to straighten the grip so he's not able to reach all the way towards you. However, he's going to use half of his movement to drag you away. Reagan, it's your turn. You are grappled currently.
Okay. I'm gonna use the family sword. Try to hit him with that and do a stunning strike.
All right, go for it. Try to hit him.
Two-handed.
25 is gonna hit. Yeah. For 12.
Oh wait, don't I need disadvantage because I'm grappled?
No, grapple. That's restrained. You're only grappled.
Okay.
Yeah. 12 slashing. Oof. And you said stunning strike on him?
Yes. DC.
Grappled only stops your movement.
Yeah, your movement is 0. If you
Okay.
were restrained, you'd be fucked.
Yeah, but like it doesn't say anything about advantage.
Yeah. That's why I only grappled with Bigby's hand like once and realized that it sucks.
Well, yeah, but for her, she does not have disadvantage for hitting him. That's what she was
Yeah,
concerned about.
but advantage on
So-
hitting you. That's never.
Well, no, she was only concerned about that one aspect. Let's continue her turn.
Fine.
Thank you. So con save, right?
Yes.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that saves. Okay. So you slam you take your long sword and you kind of like slice it across the arm and just hit with the butt of it across the head as he just hissing back towards you.
All right, I'm going to do that again.
Go for it. 23 will hit for another 16.
No, it's 31. Sorry, I had it on disadvantage.
Why do you have advantage?
No, I had it on disadvantage.
You rolled a 23.
Yeah, still 23. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay.
Still figuring it out.
Wait. No. That much. Okay, cool. You slam it again. Were you going to do stunning strike again?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's not feeling like getting knocked out.
And then flurry of blows.
Okay. $18 will hit, 22 will hit. For 13 and 13. Holy shit. So
And
26.
stunning on both of those.
Okay. From now on, do it one at a time so we can see if you get advantage or not.
Oh, okay.
So 13 on save. He saves. Let me do the math. Okay. The next one, 13. He saves. Yeah, this is the one aspect about being at higher levels. People really need that high constitution. However, now it is your turn again, Imperial. But you whack the shit out of him. He's looking hurt.
And mute it.
Yes, you were. Now you are not.
Imperial is going to walk a bit closer. And as he gets closer, hold on. I'm going to use my action to cast. Ah, fuck it. I'll just firebolt it.
Firebolt.
Okay, you're rolling something. I dislike it.
Roll to hit.
Yeah, I was just debating empowering it.
Ah, okay.
Fuck it, I'll empower it.
Okay.
I can reroll 5 die, even though I only have 3.
But you can. But you have to hit first before you declare empower.
Is that?
It's
I'll
the
take
same
it.
thing with the stunning strike. You hit first and then go stun. So go ahead. First you have to hit. 15 is not going to hit. As the bolt shoots towards him, he's still holding on to Reagan, and he kind of like slams her and himself out of the way.
I
as
don't
it
suppose you can have flanking with ranged.
No, range does not give you flanking. That would be stupid. And everyone would play rogues.
Exactly. Hold on. And for my bonus action, with the fail of the cut, I'm going to... I'm going to inspire Reagan.
Mhm.
Reagan's dancing. I think that's inspiring.
Yep.
I've played plenty of bards to know.
Yes, inspiration is the best. It lets me not fail.
Yeah.
So what is your inspirational quote?
I give you power for a situation somewhat dour. Now
All right.
show me some grit. By the way, don't blow it.
You are inspired by his words coming from down the alleyway. However, now it is Mo's turn. Mo is going to use his action to attempt to start snapping your neck.
I'm going to cutting words that one.
Good. Roll your d10.
Shit. An 8.
That brings it down to a 15. Misses. As he starts trying to grip and kind of like shake you like an alligator to break your neck, you listen to Imperial's words still in your mind, and they seem to weaken this guy just enough so his shake is a little more than a rattle against you. However, he is also going to twist you around and try biting into you again. That is going to be a 29 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that does hit.
Alrighty.
Too many actions to cut.
So that would be 15 points of piercing damage. And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, 1 second.
This is a charm effect, so you have advantage.
Ah, thank the Lord.
Wisdom?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Dirty 20.
20. Good. He sinks the teeth in, and you feel your consciousness begin to sway and wane against it, but then you kind of just fortify your mind and still it from everything that's transpiring. However, after that, he is positioning you in front of him to grant himself a little bit of cover, and still walking back. Imperial, he's about 120 feet away from you right now. Reagan.
She'll kind of like look over her shoulder at Imperial and be like, hit me if you need to. And she's just going to unleash on this guy again.
Alrighty.
I need to turn off my advantage.
Yeah, you do. 22 will hit, though.
22.
For 13 slashing. Whew. You are very consistent with your slashing. Were you going to stun that one?
Yeah. Still in double digits on key points.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
I'm trying.
Yeah, certain things have insanely high cons.
Yeah, I know. But if it works, it's gonna be beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so another attack.
Ooh.
I'm gonna use my inspiration
D10.
for 18.
18 just barely misses.
Ah,
You try pivoting your blade and stabbing once again, but the same way you extended his elbow, he extends his elbow just to move you too far away to attack him from behind.
okay. Flurry of blows.
Go for it. Oh yeah, that hits. Are you gonna stun?
Yeah, might as well.
Oh wait, wrong way. There we go. And he finally failed one. He is now stunned.
Yes.
You are still grappled by his grip, but he is stunned. Last attack.
Yes, last attack with advantage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 key points down. Yep.
Yep. So then
That hit. 13!
another 13.
13 appears to be your lucky number, Reagan.
Yeah,
It
he's
is.
looking severely damaged now. Imperial, your turn. As she kind of like slams her
can she,
fist
like-
into the elbow, it like kind of makes him rear over in pain.
Can
You
she
can't
kind of like
really-
wriggle to like not be as much of a target in front of
Eh.
Imperial?
You're still giving him half cover. He's
Okay.
holding you in front of his body. You don't have much room for movement until you break
She's
that.
not that big.
You're not. No, that's why it's only half. Yeah, that funny bone shot. Oh, it hurt.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Imperial.
Imperial's going to take a step forward just to get into the cusp of range. And he's going to say, "No, if you don't want me to singe your hair, I suggest you stay still." As I'm going to fire off a firebolt at it.
Shoot.
And hopefully empower it. For a
32 hits.
Yeah,
You want to empower that? You could re-roll a 4 and a 2.
you know what? I'll keep the 82. Not 82, 42. Ugh.
You'll keep the 42 points of damage?
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
So, as he's reeling over, and his head moves slightly from out behind Reagan, he's just like face full of fire.
Hey. And as the bolt of fire shoots towards him, it breaks and sinks into his body, starting to caress all the way through and incinerate down before it turns into a plume of swirling mist.
Right. No, I know that fucker's a vampire. Reagan.
Huh?
Oh, fuck.
You're no longer grappled, Reagan. However, you see a floating mist before you. Is that the end of your turn, Imperial?
I could bonus action. Jackal. Yeah, I'm done.
Very well. Mo's turn.
God damn it.
Okay. As you were originally being held down by this creature, Reagan, you sense that it swirls around you in a blinding speed before sifting into one of the cracks and crevices in the ground. Reagan, your turn.
Okay. Can I try to grab at it?
It's sifted through the ground. It's gone.
Oh, it's gone. Fuck.
Unless you can get through the ground, but you don't have Elias.
Don't.
Making me feel guilty here.
Should have been fuck and like
Actually, continue trying. I'm not.
internally, and then be like, look to Imperial and like run over and be like, I know what you're gonna say. Just, I wanted to have someone to question.
It's a vampire. You wouldn't have been able to done anything.
Oh, that would explain the biting. Okay.
So,
I thought the fangs gave it away.
vampires are not common knowledge to most people.
Look, I have spent most of my life in a monastery with like 10 people. Okay, give me a break.
Imperial, roll me a religion check to see what you understand about vampires.
Religion, my least favorite subject.
You still get like a +3. 16. Oh yeah, you don't have the headband of intellect, do you? Huh. Right.
I never had that.
Yeah, I know. For some reason, I always thought you did. 16. First off, a vampire's bite is severely contagious. It is something that can paralyze people. It can charm people by the vampire who is in question, and it can even pass on its lineage over to that creature. Second off, when a vampire of a specific caliber is defeated, it turns into a vampiric mist, where it can still try harming people, absorbing energy from them and instilling it into themselves, maybe even to the point of revitalizing their body. However, that's dangerous because of how fragile they are. Third thing you know, when a vampire is in its mist form and it has to slumber to regenerate itself, it has to sleep a full 24 hours, 2 full evenings. And right now you are halfway through an evening, which means it will be stuck as a mist for the next 2 days.
Right. All right.
Know about these things.
Well, yeah, I thought. You know what? I read about it. Okay. Let's see. That fucker will be out of commission for about 2 days, give or take. However, I did hear some disturbing news, and we might want to get that by checked. While I was over eavesdropping, okay, I was eavesdropping on Markov.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so okay, I've heard pieces of conversation.
Yeah, he said he made them, and or at least he made the bartender. And if a vampire is serving them, either it's something far worse with similar qualities, or a far worse with the same qualities, i.e., higher level vampires.
So do you know how to kill these things?
My guess, fuck them over when they're missed. I don't know.
Okay, so how do you do that?
You've got magic hands. Punch the mist. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Actually, that is factually true. She can punch the mist to death.
Yes, but
because she has magic hands.
I don't intend to punch the mist quite literally unless that is our only option. In any case, best option. Our best option is to find where the mist is. And I have an idea. However, it involves burning down a tavern.
So, what will that do?
Well, there's two things that could happen. One, we can kill a couple of vampires, see where they head, and see if we can guess at where it should teleport us. Or we can punch the crap out of one of them and hope that you can punch them hard enough for them to want to talk.
All right. I'm down with giving it a try.
Right.
And Jiro, before we start this, I'm texting for work real quick. So if you want to switch back to the other guys for a few minutes.
Sure. Actually, it's an hour and a half in. Good time to take a break, everybody.
Okay, perfect.
Then we'll come back with everything else. So, everybody, don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. We are back. Let's do that little bit of self-promotion. I love that button. It is so beautiful. Also, everybody, keep in mind, we're looking for ways to offset expenditures and inflation for the year, so I don't have to raise the price of my games. If anybody wishes to subscribe to the channel, you do get adorable little emotes. Look at it. Yath. It's a good little emote. It's not that good. It's okay, though. But it also does go towards our goal of 100 subs for the year, where we'll be able to make sure that the players do not have to get screwed over at the end of it. We're trying our best. However, shit happens. Money gets worth less each year. But anyways, the other three. You've walked into a bombastic house full of wee boom 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 boom. And it is the exact type of scene as the first Blade movie. As you are walking through, there is strobe lights going off, individuals all over this manor, all in different forms of embrace and embodiment of each other, dancing, grinding, and having a fantastic time. The three of you walk in, clearly standing out amongst this crowd. Gavin smiles and goes, "Don't mind them. They only bite with permission."
Got a lot of people in your house.
It's a
Whose
kind-
permission? Ours or their or yours?
Most of the time yours. Unless you act out. Then mine. Others. However, we subscribe to a very idealistic code of conduct given down to us by Lady Marcella. It is a simple turn of phrase called "Consent is Queen." And we like it here.
This place is pretty awesome.
Thank you. Don't get the communal punch.
Thank you for the heads up.
And he starts walking over
It's not
towards
blood.
the
It's just
staircase.
terrible.
No, it's worse than blood. Iblis, why is your face falling off? Iblis, why is your face falling off?
Why was undead all this time?
You walk over to the staircase, and he easily strides up them very graciously, very gracefully. And you do have to maneuver your way through the groups of individuals who are all in different states of entanglement. As you make it up the grandiose spiral staircase up to the large landing up top, you do see that it stretches to a T. 2 routes left and right, 1 hallway down the center. He gestures to the left. Those are the guest bedrooms, in case you all need to sleep there. Gestures to the right. That is where the elites sleep. If you need me, my room is number 4. This hallway belongs to Marcella. And he starts strutting straight down.
So
He
Marcella is straight, and then the elites are right, and guests just left.
Correct.
All right.
Now he gets over to a double set of grand doors that he and opens up wide for you. Inside of this room, you see a beautifully posed, ornate establishment, very quiet by comparison of many of the other places in this area. Wait. Why is it not working? There we go. Very ornate in this establishment, very well constructed. Beautiful surrounding with stone stairs heading down over to a smaller circular floor for you all to step over towards. And seated on a little tiny folded pillow, reading books and eating grapes off of a vine, is a beautiful pale-skinned woman. She has very gothic, old-fashioned attire strapped to her in a long, flowing red gown that accents her body but sexualizes it in a way that is deliberate to appeal to everybody who would linger a look. She has slick back, slick back, incredibly short black hair on top of her head with piercing white eyes. As you all look over towards her, she looks up. Well, it has been a while, hasn't it? Welcome. Please, sit down. She has an Indian-style arrangement with pillows and blankets for people to sit in a commune.
Well, thank you for your hospitality, and I will sit down.
Of course. How long has it been? Year and a half? Or a month? It's hard to tell.
Oh, wait, you all know her?
You've never seen this woman before in your life, Lucian or Iblis.
Oh, this is the person fucking. What's his face, Matt?
Yup.
Your other character would know.
Yeah,
her.
Alatar saw her in the. Whenever he was stepping through to the astral plane.
Yep.
But Gabby has no idea who she is.
Yeah, I
Please
think you
sit
have
down.
us confused.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't
I
believe we.
apologize. I don't mean to sound like a stalker, but I saw you and you did not see me. I lose track of people very easily. You were fighting the Croton, I believe it was. I met your dragon-scaled friend, Alatar, I believe.
Ah,
Why were you there? Why would anyone want to be there?
I wanted the heart.
Oh, looks like we beat you to it.
Was that a pun?
Get it? Because your heart doesn't beat because you're a vampire.
She
No,
smiles very slowly, and that is very amusing. Please, join me. Gavin, where did you find these fine people? They stumbled through from the Underdark. They came through the labyrinth, and they seem to have pissed off Mr. M. Really? You pissed off Mr. M? Well, that is either incredibly unfortunate for you, or suspiciously fortunate for myself. Are you all sitting down, or are you just going to keep standing there?
I wanted to go
Yeah,
to a room.
I already sat down.
Okay.
I'm still splayed out across several pillows.
Now, how did you manage to get on the bad side of the mask for Mr. M?
Being alive. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, he sort of got on our bad side. Because he's a dick.
that is true enough, but the fact that you are alive is a dangerous concept. You see, I've known him for the better part of a millennia. And let's say he is not the kindest of souls for allowing people to hold grudges against him. He's the
Well-
one who created the phrase, "Kill every man, woman, and child. Vengeance will just come back to bite you."
Is that a vampire pun?
It is. She smiles again, without laughing, by the way. It's just a smile.
Well, we came here to reclaim something stolen from us by the mayor. And he happened to be here, and he tried to capture us, but we escaped, and he ran. I don't really care what he's doing here. We have our purposes, but there are members of our team that are not currently here. They're elsewhere, but they have a personal grudge against him.
I mean, we're not really after him, are we?
No.
Our business is with the mayor.
The mayor. Really?
Yeah, I have no real issue with Markov. He ran away. He's afraid. Craven, I guess, but that's about it.
He
Well-
ran.
Yeah, he ran. Second, it became, oh, I might lose. He ran.
If that's true, then I can use you. If it's false, you're in danger, and you need me.
So what you're saying is it would be good for us to team up either way.
I don't see why not. However, I have to ask, Elf Boy, do
Well,
you
that's
still
great.
have gravitas? Or was it Tempest?
I don't have gravitas.
So you have Tempest.
Well, your earlier comments have put me on the defensive.
That is fair. It's good when in the presence of something as old as myself to be aware of your surroundings and situation. It's a good instinct to have, one that allows you to live. But if you're going after the mayor, I have no quarrels with him. Buffoon of a human means nothing to me. Markov, however, if you're going after him, I would really, really appreciate to take a little bite myself.
Okay. Well, I'm getting the impression that to get to the mayor, we're going to have to go through Markov, probably. He seemed, in the interactions that I witnessed, to be subordinate. Whether he was,
Playing a lapdog.
yeah, he might have been just acting that way with his own plans, or he may indeed not be the one pulling all the strings.
Doesn't everybody have their own agenda?
Of course. However, are you willing to enter an allyship with myself and House Marcella in order to fortify yourselves and find out how to dispose of such an enemy as Mr. N?
What would such a arrangement entail?
Are you asking what benefits you in this arrangement?
Well, I could see the benefits. I'm more curious as to what we would have to do to finalize this agreement.
Shake my hand.
There's no like blood rights or some crazy stuff.
We're not devils. If you betray me, I annihilate you.
All right.
It is that simple.
Seems like a fair question from where I'm sitting.
That is fair enough, but
We have had a lot
Really?
of dealings with devils, so
that is very unfortunate.
be
for
wary.
you.
but also there's only 3 of us here. We probably need the rest of our group before we agree to anything. They have a say in the matter too.
And how many more would that be? Gavin steps forward. 2. And I've already had them tracked down. They're
What he
making
said?
quite a lot of noise up top. Really? He pulls out the note that Iblis and Lucian saw him slip into his pocket. 2 outsiders. Nimble elf, seasonal in nature, looked oddly depressed and focused. Very old man, cranky, ostentatious, throws around fire magic as if it is a celebration.
Hey, that is them.
I mean, they're wrong on most accounts except the old man part.
You're currently an old man.
I'm right, but
Yeah.
that just means they can't see through my illusion, which is good.
Let's go. Their scouts can't. You're right.
I am cranky.
Yeah, the scouts don't have true seeing. That's nice to know.
Yeah. They're not that OP. And they've already made contact with Mo. And how did that go? Missed him, he says with a smile. Your friends missed one of his agents by themselves, without knowledge of what they were either. That's good.
Like I said.
Clearly see the
Oh.
benefit of having you all be allies.
No, I'm not gonna joke. I thought he said missed, as in MISSED.
No, missed.
Yes.
With
There's a slight difference with English
American?
when it comes to American, fine.
Yeah, I'm
When it
speaking
comes to
American,
D's and
not
T's.
English.
Because water and water.
Oh, wait until you hear somebody say wooder.
The fuck's a water?
It's an East Coast thing. It's water.
Or washing machine.
Washing machine, yeah.
You Americans confuse me.
We're stupid, yes. Anyways. We can give you sanctuary, knowledge, the information as to where his estate is, and a small army, willing to fight. You see, I have expanded my cluster quite a lot. I like to have many underlings and children at all times. Share the gift of immortality, as it were. He has not as many, but many that are very old.
So are we giving cover to your organization where it seems like we're attacking him and you aren't?
If you remove the head, we'll devour the body.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'd need to know that you all are not going to make simple mistakes. I can see the Divine One. You're literally a beacon of light.
It does it on its own.
And I understand that certain magics allow you to destroy people of my creation. As a warning, you do not use that on my people. If you kill any of mine, by accident or intention, you will incur my wrath.
As long as none of yours do harm to mine.
You are 6, that is easy. Of course, we will have to unleash the younglings during this as well. Their fighting prowess is intimidating, though they are inexperienced. If they come after you, I pray that they don't, but you may put them down. The smell of his blood will make them go crazy. She gestures at Lucian.
Well,
You're old, Lucian.
yeah.
What's blood smell like?
Blood ages like a fine wine.
But it only breaks down.
I thought it was my magic.
Cloves of garlic in your fists. Tara, goddammit. Well, your magic amplifies it, but yeah, you're aged and it's magic. It's good.
Not that old.
Iblis, you can't be detected right now.
Yeah, I'm keeping that up for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, do we have ourselves a deal?
So, as nice as you seem, I just got out of a contract with a blood-sucking psychopath, and I'm not looking to get into another one.
It's not a contract.
Oh, it's an agreement, though, and I'm not looking to get into one.
So you no longer seek allies outside of your friends?
I mean, they could seek allies. I'm not agreeing to this.
Then are all of you comfortable with her suffering any ill gains from her actions?
Well, I would hope that we would all come to an understanding, but it seems like a mutual partnership of sorts, or a team up, a loose alliance.
You have a goal, I have a goal. They coincide, so why not work together?
But you haven't really mentioned what happens once, Mr. M is dealt with and we've done what we want to with the mayor.
I don't
Is
care
this
what
going
happens. I presume you don't care about the politics of our fine city.
I just want to know that we'll be allowed to leave.
I don't care what you do and where you go.
Well,
If you need my permission to leave, you're not as powerful as you claim. But if it makes you feel better, you can
I'm
leave.
trying to understand the landscape.
I'm all in.
I think that your network will help us reconnect with the rest of our friends, and we can do what we came here to do and get out of here.
Mm. Then we have an agreement. Correct?
I
Looks
believe
between
so.
Gabby and Lucian. Beautiful. She snaps her book shut, disappears from sight, and within a blink of an eye is standing in front of you, Lucian, with her hand gestured out.
Lucian, you're smart. This is a bad idea.
Do it. Do it.
I'll shake her hand.
You shake her hand. She moves her hand over to you, Gabby.
I'll shake, but I go past her hand and do the forearm shake.
And there is a sizzle and steam off of her skin from touching you. However, she does not seem to wince.
I do apologize. I didn't know that was going to happen.
I did. I didn't think it would hurt that bad. Good. You're like a well-placed media in a fight. Dealing with us.
Oh, yeah, I've done meteors before.
She looks over at Lucian and Iblis like, is that serious? Very well. Well, if you would like to stay here and deliberate, you're more than welcome to. However, I would recommend at least one of you, if not all of you, if you feel more comfortable like that, go with a few of my children and fetch your friends. For their own safety, of course.
Yes, that would be good.
Would all three of you like to go, or...
Do you have any food here? Like, because I know you all eat blood or whatever.
I eat food.
Oh, okay.
I enjoy the taste. She gestures to a large buffet of different fine meats, fine cheeses, fruits, all over the table. Nothing but carbs, sugar.
And then
and of course wine.
There was some kind of party going on downstairs?
Oh, that is our orgy. It's a persistent one. When you live as long as we do, you kind of just get freaky whenever you want.
Are we welcome to go down and dance at least?
Yellow bracelet. Gavin? He nods, walks over towards a vanity mirror and pulls out a small box and approaches towards you, lifting it up. And you see that there are gold inlaid bracelets, about 7 or so of them. If you wear one of those, they know that you are there to be looked upon but not touched.
They probably wouldn't want to touch me anyways, but I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to take part in that.
So you take your bracelet and you put it on. Anybody else wish to have one?
I'd rather just go to a room.
This is just for the orgy and stuff, right?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't need that.
During the orgy, people get hazy. But we are attracted to bright colors.
I won't be participating in that.
Fair enough. Then, you may go join that if you wish. Who would like to go fetch your friends? And would anybody else like to deliberate a tactical advancement on Mr. M?
I'll deliberate a tactical advancement.
Well, I think we should go get our friends so we can all get caught up on what's going on.
Very well. Gavin. Yes. Show her to one of the rooms. Make sure you make the other two aware of it. And take the elf boy with you to fetch the others.
Well, I don't want to go by myself.
I'll be going with you.
That doesn't count.
By the way, he pulls the rat out of his pocket. We have one of the agents of his. He tosses it over to her and she snatches it in the air. Asleep. Oh. Reforming its neck. Did you use a show of force in public? They wanted to trust me. You're tedious sometimes, Gavin. She says with a smile. Well then, which of you is proficient in torture and torment?
Not it.
Your minds flash over to Imperial, I assume.
Yeah. Like one of our companions is.
Well, then go fetch him.
All right.
I'll handle the rat. So symbolic. She starts carrying it over. Iblis, are you going to be going with Lucian? Or staying here?
I thought I shouldn't stay here, but I thought I was gonna. Yeah, I'll go with Lucian, just not split the party.
Gabby, are you going to go with Lucian or go to the orgy?
I mean, if you guys are gonna go get them, then I'll just hang out here for a bit.
So, as the door opens up, Gavin walks over to a room and goes, I've chosen one for the 6 of you. 5 of you. I hope you should be able to enjoy it. He opens the door. Sorry if it's a bit cramped. And this room is about the size of the top floor of an inn by itself. It has only one bed, which is a California king-sized bed, which is more than large enough to fit all of you on it, in all honesty. And it has all manners of different sex toys, swings, dungeon tools, and other enjoyable aspects all throughout it, in case anybody is curious. Gabby, with your presumed naivety in the topic, ooh, swing!
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. That's a lot of fun.
Allow me to show you downstairs. And he starts heading down.
Hey, Gavin.
Yes.
I'm just going to let you all know that I will be placing wards on our room whenever we go to bed.
I encourage it.
All right.
Keep yourself safe.
But
You
it'll
have to
protect us
be-
from you all, too.
Be sure to place it around the bed. There are cracks in the floor we could sift through.
All right.
He nods. And as you all go downstairs, Iblis and Lucian looking over at Gabby like, really? You're not going to join us? Gabby, I want to dance with somebody, starts playing. And you drift into the crowd.
Oh my god, this is my song!
And the two of you go out. Now, Imperial and Regan, you just had that display of magic and prowess inside of the lonely, tiny, little alleyway. After it is done, you watch as a man climbs down the side of the roof, head first, scaling down it kind of like a gecko, and curls up and stands with his hands open. He is adorned with blades at his side, a mask over his nose, and a hood put up to hide everything except his pitch black eyes and the top half of his face. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Did I say that right?
Imperial's gonna cock his head. Alright. You did?
Okay. I am here on behalf of Gavin of House Marcella. I was told to keep you safe. Your friends are with them.
This doesn't look like a hostage situation.
I suggest we start moving. They are aware that you cast magic here.
Oh,
We start
okay.
moving.
Imperial's going to quickly get back into a moving motion.
All right.
Just know that this is a trap. I'll do exactly to you what we did to him.
Doesn't
That
mean
is a
weapon
threat
return.
enough.
Yes. Well, yeah,
Very
we
good.
are.
Follow me. He immediately leaps up almost entirely up the building and crawls his way to the top.
Oh, jeez. Hold on, and I'm going to quickly tap my staff, and I'm
He
going to
pokes his
fly.
head over. No magic. It attracts them.
Mid tap, like. Reagan,
Hmm.
can I persuade you to never tell anyone else what you're about to help me with?
A secret is a secret.
Help. And I'm going to hold my hand towards her.
What am I helping with?
Get me up there. Please.
He can't fly.
She'll help him up, and
Okay. You grab his arms around your neck and climb up in the very easy, fluid motion for you. And as you get up there, you see the individuals lying there, arms crossed over him, just looking as tiny against it as possible. And there's a second individual lying right next to him, but the mask shrouds around his eyes, forehead, and leaves his gnarly mouth full of sharp teeth jutting all over the place out as he looks over and goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
Great.
I'm not a fan of this place.
Oh, don't worry. Where we're going, people are a lot better. The two of them skulk across here. I would like a stealth check from the two of you. You are being assisted by these two.
So advantage.
Both of you have advantage, yes. 15? That's a shit roll for you, buddy. 25, though. Okay. You're moving and skulking very quickly through this area, moving at a very heightened pace, trying to evade any eyesight or any attachments that somebody might have to where you are. As you are leaping across rooftop to rooftop.
I was just about to say, the stuff I'm good at, I don't get a good roll.
Yeah, typical. As you're leaping across rooftop to rooftop, the one individual just jumps over an Imperial. You look over at Reagan as she runs and jumps. Reagan, you're not strong enough to carry Imperial with you. The other individual looks back at you and goes, "Hey, old man, you can't run well, can you? Get on my back." He gets in
Wait, I
front
have
of
a
you and
climber's
squats.
kit. I have a climber's kit.
That
We don't
doesn't
have
help you
time.
move quickly.
And I'm going to like grab onto his shoulder and the other shoulder.
Ooh. He like rubs your knees a little bit. Oh, that's really dry. Okay. And just jumps across the rooftops, moving very quickly. And now that they're no longer slowed by you, Reagan, periodically, they both increase their pace to see how much you can keep up with them. Just give me an acrobatics check to see how well you can keep up with them.
Okay.
You can also add a D10 to that because you never used my inspiration.
I did.
She did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
allowed
I
her
still
to hit.
missed.
Okay.
Oh, it came out to an 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you are leaping and bounding, you end up increasing your pace, moving across the rooftops, being incredibly stealthy, and you finally able to break out into your full monk movement. These individuals seem to be keeping up with you, though. As you are leaping and binding across each of the rooftops, Imperial, the guy who's carrying you, is kind of narrating as he's moving. Periodically, he'll stop and go, "Okay, and up, sit easy. Okay, over this way. Run. Stop."
Imperial forces himself not to say hammer time.
And even at one set, like, he twirls around a chimney, almost out of instinct. He like twists his body around it and slides down slowly and goes, "Parkour." and just seems to be really enjoying himself through this, while the other person is taking their job seriously. You can tell this guy is not. However, you keep moving and running very quickly until you make it over towards a lowly looking, tiny, decrepit building that's partially ruined and charred in. The first individual over there would be the other one, the one who did not show their bottom mouth. He gets over to the door, opens it, looks around, and quickly ushers you all in. Reagan, you are the second one to get over there. You go into the building. Immediately you notice that there is a person pinned through the neck up into the ceiling by a sword piercing up into it. They've long since died, and they're at the point with flies around their bodies. Right afterwards, the other one just like slides down on the ground in there and just stands up and goes, oh, that was fun. All right, hey, are you okay back there? Imperial, from all of the acrobatics, you've taken about 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Mental, no. Never trust this man again.
Hey, good job, you held on the whole time. You're a really strong old man. You know that?
Imperial, as he gets like up, he's going to like... He basically gets up like a skeleton being formed together. Ow! And he's gonna drop the illusion.
Oh, you're a dragon. Nice.
He just nods.
I don't know how many times I've been carried today.
I mean, it looks like you could have just flown.
However, as you're all standing there, Imperial, you look over to the side where there's the dead body as well.
Tap it.
Don't mind the body. We needed an entry point to the surface, and we were not allowed to enter while he was alive. So.
How decayed is he? Like, I know you said the flies are here, but like...
Roll me a medicine. A few days at worst.
Eatable?
No. That's too rotted. Your con mod is not that good.
So, we're supposed to wait here, for Gavin. Gavin? Yes, you idiot, Gavin. Gavin.
He squats onto the ground, crossing his legs, and pulls out a deck of cards and starts shuffling them.
Who wants to play?
Imperial like stands there. Looks... fine.
Fantastic.
And he starts playing cards with you. He doesn't seem to really grasp the rules very well, but he'll believe anything you say about winning or losing. He'll just,
oh yeah, definitely, I see that. Yeah.
Every single time.
Reagan is keeping a watch half outside, half inside.
Okay.
Occasionally Imperial will just add in go fish, just to fuck things up.
I thought we were playing rummy. Okay.
And keeps playing. After a period of time, the door, Reagan, as you're watching out, you see 3 individuals moving up very quickly. You recognize the 2 shrouded people, Iblis and Lucian, followed by a 3rd person, a lot bigger than both of them, currently wearing a hood that looks like it was made for a much smaller man. As he is running forward, it covers his head and the bulkiness of his shoulders, but it does not cover the incredibly fine outfit that he's wearing down. Also, Gabby, something else I probably should have mentioned, he's shirtless. He just wears a blazer, no shirt. Just because Gabby. Anyways, they all approach over towards the building, and the big guy opens the door first. Wait. Looks at Imperial.
Where's the old man?
I'm going to hold the fire.
That doesn't answer my question.
That was me. I'm sure that whoever fucking reported to you where we were, I'm the resident pyromaniac.
You're the one we want. Good. Alrighty. Well, pleasure to meet you. I'm Gavin. You know these two. Gestures to Iblis and Lucian.
Right.
Well,
First and
we've had a
foremost,
bit of an adventure.
yeah.
By the
I
sounds
don't know
of it,
why you didn't just teleport your ways out of the entire area.
Didn't really know where I was going, and you
Neither
weren't
did I.
there. But the last time I teleported somewhere, I didn't know where I was going. I hit a mountain.
No, I just dimension doored out of here. Wait, you hit a mountain?
Yeah.
What the fuck have you been
Sucked.
doing without me?
Flashback to
So let me get this straight. We were in a tavern with vampires, got
Yes.
attacked by vampires, and now we're working with vampires.
Different.
Oh, you ran into vampires too.
Yes.
Well, we
big burly
met
fuck.
up with some vampires, and they hate Markov too, and Markov's a vampire.
Oh,
Huh.
They're like a competing guild or whatever, and
Coven.
they want to get rid of Markov, and so they'll sort of help clean up his underlings if we take him out, and then we can get the hell out of here.
Iblis brought up an important point of order. Gavin reaches towards you, like puts his thumb by your chin and starts pushing. Reagan?
I was gonna bring up the bite.
She clenches her hand on the sword, but she'll allow it.
You're bitten. Are you hungry yet?
I don't eat.
Not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
She's a monk. Yeah.
Again, not sure if that's a good or bad thing.
A
We have to
vampiric
ask
monk.
Marcella.
Oh man, things just got really complicated.
Oh yeah, I
Shall we
met.
continue down below ground, as to not be in the area that Mr. M dwells in?
Sure.
We should probably go and get Gabby because we should never leave Gabby alone for too long.
Abby's by herself.
Yeah.
She didn't want to come with us. She had to party.
Okay, let's go.
Also,
Judging
keep,
from the dress sense of this individual, she's at an orgy, isn't she?
I don't know.
What is
Well,
wrong with my dress sense?
Yes and no.
He opens it wide, and you see the incredibly fine, like, 8-pack abs on his body, chiseled as if crafted by a god himself. Just, what's wrong with my outfit?
Nothing wrong. If I had to describe it, it would be orgy casual. So, you know.
Should I wear an ascot?
That will make it worse.
You do
Well,
you,
well,
man.
I will
You're
ask you for modern dress wear advice when we get down there.
Oh yes. As we're like making our way down there, you're referring to him as Mr. M.
Yes.
He doesn't deserve the mister.
His status gives him that ability. However, I appreciate your enthusiasm.
I'm sure that
That would grant him more power, man. Have you seen the women in this world compared to the men? Let's be real. Gabby.
Yeah, we ran into him at his bar. Or I ran into him. I think
Let
I
us
managed
go.
to. Yeah.
And they take off.
ran-
Moving along the wall, very quietly, very discreetly, finding their way over towards a guard's house, where he knocks on the door,
A human opens it up for him, and he walks inside, no problem. Each of you ushering in, and one by one going over towards the trapdoor in his home to the basement. The guard's looking up at him and goes, "Everything okay?" "Yes, everything is fine. As per usual." He looks this individual in the eyes and just holds against his cheek, and you watch as his eyes glaze over temporarily, and then he just lolls from side to side. Let us leave. Goes over to the trapdoor. You all travel down, and through a series of different turns, twists, and adventures through villages, you make it back to the house party. Now, Gabby, since you've been there, a handful of people have gotten a little handsy with you. However, the moment they touch you, their skin sears and they scream and jump backwards. A few individuals find this hilarious and start encouraging their friends to try to dance with you. However, people are quickly learning that that's a bad idea. You find your way over to the band, and the band is comprised of about 20 different musicians and 4 different vocalists. And you start requesting song after song after song, and they are more than enthusiastic to assist you with this. They seem to really relish the ability to flex their artistic ability and might. What song do you want on right now as the party is coming in the manor?
Oh, you're gonna put me on the spot like this?
If it helps you, I can give you a suggestion.
What do you got?
Holla Back Girl. That's a good one. Lady Marmalade. Yup. Hips Don't Lie. Single Ladies. Or Usher, yeah.
What about
I was gonna suggest better get this party started.
What is love?
Oh God.
Iblis, thank you for that suggestion. That's like top 20 favorite songs of all time. I fucking love it.
I learned
Promiscuous?
that on piano.
Promiscuous. Promiscuous, yeah.
Love that one too. That one's fun. It's a good dance one.
Oh, absolutely. Every party ever, just yeah.
Hey Ya by Outkast.
Hey Ya. So you all come in and you were listening to Hey Ya, oh oh, as the entire crowd is like trying to dance, and Gabby's like leading the party in the different dance motions, and they're trying to keep up with her. I was really hoping for Backstreet Boys, Backstreet's Back.
Oh, it's a great
Everyone's
song.
just doing the fucking thriller dancing.
Oh no, I'm changing it to Bye 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 by NSYNC so they can do that.
Okay. So as you all walk in, you see the entire group of vampires going bye 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 in front of you as they're dancing. Gavin looks over and goes, I don't, what is this?
What?
I'm completely.
I'm beginning to notice.
Gabby's okay.
I'm beginning to notice a pattern when it comes to Gabby.
Is this normal?
She fights hard, she plays hard.
Is she a bard of some kind?
I think it's her infectious personality.
I don't understand it. This is amazing. And he walks up and goes, how do I do this dance? Right beside you, Gabby. And you now notice that all your allies are back.
Oh, come on, guys! The chorus is coming up.
Wisdom saves from the party. She has an infectious personality.
Would it be considered charming so I can get advantage?
Sure.
Ooh, Iblis is in. That's the only one I wanted to get.
Lucian's in as well. Lucian and Iblis slide on over to Gabby, and Iblis, unfortunately, with all of the nights that you've spent in the exact same sleeping quarters as Gabby, you know this dance routine all too well. Lucian, you're a quick learner and you're very dexterous, so you're learning it very well. It's the in-sync dance.
Imperial's just gonna walk and see the most grandiose door.
Mm-hmm. Up the stairs.
Yep.
And you
He's
start
gonna
heading up
knock.
there. You knock on the door, and within an instant, it opens up as you see Marcella standing there.
Reagan will follow Imperial.
Right.
Who the hell are you?
They're
He was
plus
the old
2.
man. Reagan
Yes.
will follow.
Illusions.
Illusions.
She opens the door wide and turns her back immediately and keeps walking into the chambers.